Gentlemen, imagine this. It is the middle of the night. The room is quiet. The house is still. You should be asleep. But instead, you are lying there wide awake because your feet feel like they are burning from the inside out. Maybe it starts as tingling. Maybe it feels like heat, pins and needles, or a strange buzzing under the skin. Maybe the sheets touching your toes feel far more irritating than they should. You shift. You kick the blanket off. You rub your feet against the mattress. You try to ignore it. But the sensation keeps getting louder. And by morning, you are not just tired. You are frustrated, worn down, and wondering why this keeps happening when the day is over and your body is supposed to be resting. If this sounds familiar, you are not imagining it. And you are not weak for finding it exhausting. Nighttime nerve symptoms are real, common, and often more disruptive than people around you realize. Now here is the good news. There is no magic switch for neuropathy, but there are proven, practical steps that may help calm those nerves, reduce nighttime irritation, and give your body a better chance to settle down before sleep. When you understand what your body is doing after dark, you can stop fighting blindly and start working with it. So in this video, I am going to walk you through exactly why burning, tingling, and nerve discomfort often get worse at night, the three main things happening in your body when the lights go out, and a simple routine you can start using over the next 7 to 14 days to support better sleep and less irritation. Let's begin with the why. The first reason neuropathy often feels worse at night is surprisingly simple. Your brain has fewer distractions. During the day, your attention is spread across movement, conversations, work, errands, screens, sounds, and constant input from the world around you. Your nervous system is still receiving those signals from your feet and lower legs, but your brain is busy filtering. It is like background noise in a crowded room. The sound is there, but it does not always dominate your attention. At night, that changes. The room gets quiet. Your body becomes still. There is less competition for your attention. And suddenly, those same nerve signals can feel much louder. In many cases, it is not that the sensation suddenly became dramatically worse. It is that your brain finally has nothing else to listen to. That matters because many men assume nighttime burning means something catastrophic is happening the moment they lie down. In reality, part of what you are noticing is a shift in awareness. But there is more. The second reason symptoms may intensify at night is hormonal timing, especially the natural drop in cortisol. Cortisol gets a bad reputation because we often hear about it in the context of stress. But cortisol also plays a role in regulating inflammation and helping your body manage stress signals. It tends to be higher earlier in the day and lower at night. That is a normal rhythm. Problem is this. When cortisol drops, your body loses some of that built-in buffering effect. If your nerves are already irritated, compressed, inflamed, or metabolically stressed, the lower nighttime cortisol level can make the same signal feel more intense. Think of it like turning down the background fan in a room. The sound you were barely noticing before now seems much clearer. The nerve problem may be the same, but your body's ability to dampen it has shifted. Now here is the third mechanism, and this one is where many men get caught off guard. Your circulation and body temperature change at night. As your body prepares for sleep, it begins adjusting heat distribution. Core temperature gradually lowers, and blood flow patterns shift. More warmth can move toward the hands and feet. For healthy nerves, that may go unnoticed. But for irritated or damaged nerves, even small changes in warmth, pressure, or fluid movement may increase sensitivity. That is one reason some men say their feet feel hotter at bedtime, even when the room is cool. It is also why mild swelling, tight socks, pressure from bed covers, or being in one position too long can make symptoms seem more aggressive. A nerve that is already sensitive does not need a dramatic trigger. Sometimes it only needs a little extra heat, a little extra compression, or a little extra fluid buildup. So when you put these three things together, fewer distractions, lower nighttime cortisol, and changes in circulation and temperature, you get the perfect setup for nerve discomfort to feel louder after dark. Now here is the key. Once you understand that pattern, you can build a smarter bedtime routine around it. And that brings us to the 4-step routine. This routine is not about forcing your body. It is about reducing pressure, improving circulation, calming sensory overload, and setting up a better sleep position. It should take about 8 to 12 minutes. You can do it 20 to 30 minutes before bed. And the goal is simple. Give your nerves fewer reasons to complain when you lie down. Step 1. Gentle nerve mobility. Your nerves are not just electrical wires. They move through soft tissue pathways. When muscles are tight when you have been sitting for hours, or when there is mild swelling, those pathways can become less comfortable. Gentle mobility may help reduce that tension. Sit on the edge of a bed or sturdy chair. Straighten one leg in front of you with the heel resting on the floor. Keep your movements slow. Lift your toes slightly toward you, then ease off. Add a small lean forward from the hips, only enough to feel a mild pull, not pain. Then come back up and relax the foot. That is 1 repetition. Do 8 to 10 gentle repetitions on each side. No bouncing. No aggressive stretching. You are not trying to win a flexibility contest. You are simply giving the nerve and surrounding tissue a little room to move. If you feel sharp pain, stronger tingling, cramping, or symptoms that continue building after you stop, back off. The correct level is mild and controlled. Step 2. Ankle pumps with your legs slightly elevated. This is where circulation comes in. Lie on your bed and place a pillow under your calves so your feet are slightly elevated. Not dramatically, just enough to help fluid move more comfortably. Then slowly point your toes away from you and pull them back toward you. Smooth, steady motion. 20 repetitions. Rest briefly. Then repeat for a second set. Why does this help? Because your calf muscles act like a pump. When they contract and relax, they help move blood and fluid back upward. That may help reduce that heavy, swollen, irritated feeling some men notice in the evening. If you want, you can add small ankle circles after the pumps, 8 to 10 in each direction. Again, slow and gentle. Step 3. Calm the sole of the foot. Sit down and place a tennis ball, massage ball, or even a rolled towel under one foot. Gently roll from heel to the ball of the foot for 20 to 30 seconds. Then switch sides. This does 2 things. First, it gives your brain clearer sensory input. When nerve signals are chaotic, organized touch and pressure signals may help settle some of that confusion. Second, it may reduce tension in the bottom of the foot, which can matter if the tissues there are tight and adding to discomfort. Now, very important safety note. If you have reduced sensation, diabetes-related nerve loss, open skin, foot ulcers, or poor temperature awareness, do not use anything very cold and do not press hard. Gentle contact is enough. More force is not better. Step 4. Set up your sleep position properly. This is the step many men skip, and it can make a real difference. If you sleep on your back, place a pillow under your calves, not directly under your heels. That helps reduce pressure on the heels and may support circulation without irritating the skin. If you sleep on your side, keep your legs in a neutral position and avoid curling so tightly that you increase pressure around the knees, ankles, or feet. And here is a simple adjustment that helps more than people expect. Untuck the bottom of your sheets or blankets. Light pressure from bed covers may be enough to irritate sensitive toes and feet. Some men do better when the covers are looser around the foot of the bed. You are reducing unnecessary contact, not trying to sleep in discomfort. That is the routine. Gentle nerve mobility. Ankle pumps with light elevation. Foot rolling. Better positioning. Now let's talk about where most men get this wrong. Mistake number 1. Stretching too aggressively. When something feels tight or painful, the natural instinct is to push harder. But irritated nerves do not respond well to force. Aggressive stretching may make symptoms worse, not better. Your goal is calm mobility, not intensity. Mistake number 2. Using extreme heat or extreme cold. A very hot foot soak may feel comforting at first, but too much heat can increase sensitivity in some people. Ice or very cold objects can also be risky, especially if sensation is reduced. If temperature helps you, keep it mild and safe. Always protect the skin, and never assume your feet can accurately judge heat or cold if you already have numbness. Mistake number 3. Staying in one position too long before bed. A long evening on the couch, legs unmoving for hours, may set you up for more nighttime discomfort. Even a short walk around the house, a few ankle pumps, or standing up every 30 to 60 minutes can help. Mistake number 4. Ignoring the bigger metabolic picture. Neuropathy is not always just about the feet. Blood sugar issues, poor sleep, excess alcohol, vitamin deficiencies, chronic stress, circulation problems, cholesterol, high blood pressure, and sleep apnea may all play a role in how your nerves function and recover. If you only focus on the symptom but ignore the system, progress may stay limited. Mistake number 5. Expecting one good night to solve everything. Nerves usually calm down through consistency, not through one heroic effort. This is where patience matters. Improvement may be gradual. That does not mean nothing is happening. Now let's build the lifestyle support stack, because this is where long-term progress becomes more realistic. Start with sleep. Poor sleep can make pain and nerve sensitivity feel louder. Sleep is repair mode. It is when your body works on recovery, regulation, hormone balance, and tissue maintenance. Keep a regular sleep schedule. Reduce bright screens late at night if possible. Keep the room cool and dark. Avoid heavy meals and large amounts of caffeine late in the day. Next is movement. You do not need an extreme workout plan. In fact, if your feet are very irritated, you may need lower impact options. But regular movement matters. Walking, cycling, light resistance training, or even short movement breaks through the day may help circulation, metabolic health, and overall nerve support. Think of movement like keeping the plumbing flowing. Stillness has a cost. Then hydration. Dehydration does not cause every case of neuropathy, but poor hydration can make the body feel worse overall. Aim for steady fluid intake across the day. Not a large amount all at once before bed, but consistent hydration earlier. Now food. This does not require perfection. It requires stability. Meals that support blood sugar balance may help many men, especially if prediabetes or diabetes is part of the picture. Focus on protein, fiber, whole foods, and fewer heavily processed meals that send blood sugar sharply up and down. If you have diabetes, work with your clinician on a plan that fits you safely. And then stress. Stress does not mean your symptoms are imaginary. It means the nervous system becomes easier to activate when the body is under pressure. Chronic stress may amplify pain perception, disrupt sleep, raise muscle tension, and increase the sense that you can never fully settle down. Even 5 minutes of slow breathing, quiet prayer, gentle stretching, or screen-free wind down time may help lower that nighttime intensity. Now we need to talk about red flags. If your symptoms are suddenly getting worse rather than gradually building over time, that deserves attention. If you notice new weakness, especially difficulty lifting the front of the foot, frequent tripping, or the leg giving way, speak to a doctor. If you have numbness that is rapidly spreading, severe back pain with leg symptoms, changes in bladder or bowel control, chest pain, unexplained swelling, foot wounds that are not healing, or signs of infection, do not wait. And if you have diabetes, poor circulation, severe numbness, or foot ulcers, you should be especially careful with home routines. Even simple tools can become risky if skin protection or sensation is reduced. Now here is your 14-day consistency challenge. For the next 2 weeks, do this every evening. About 30 minutes before bed, spend 8 to 12 minutes on the routine. 8 to 10 gentle nerve mobility repetitions per side. 2 sets of 20 ankle pumps with light elevation. 20 to 30 seconds of gentle foot rolling per side. Set your bed up so the feet are not compressed by heavy covers. During the day, add 3 support habits. Move for at least 10 minutes after one meal. Drink water consistently across the day. Limit long periods of sitting without standing up. At night, keep one simple log. Write down what time symptoms start, how intense they feel from 1 to 10, what you did before bed, and how you slept. Why does that matter? Because patterns reveal triggers. You may notice your worst nights follow long sitting, heavy dinners, poor sleep, missed movement, or stress-heavy evenings. Once you see the pattern, you can change the pattern. And here is the final point I want to leave you with. Nighttime burning, tingling, and nerve discomfort can make you feel powerless. But powerless is not the same as helpless. You may not be able to flip a switch and turn symptoms off, but you can reduce friction. You can improve your routine. You can support circulation. You can protect sleep. You can pay attention to the larger health picture. And with consistency, many men do notice that the nights become more manageable. Control does not come from panic. It comes from patience, structure, and repetition. Start tonight. Stay steady for 7 to 14 days. Watch what changes. And if something feels off, or your symptoms are progressing, Bring a medical professional into the process early. If this video helped you understand what your body may be telling you, subscribe to Dr. Emma Mitchell for more clear, practical guidance. And leave a comment telling me one thing you are going to change tonight. Take care of yourself. Stay consistent. And I will see you in the next video.